Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Tonight we're going to make cheese enchiladas with chili con carne. So, come on in and let me show you what to do. So the first thing that I have is I have corn tortillas, and I'm going to make 10 enchiladas because they are a little bit small. So I have my enchiladas here, my tortillas here, and they're just out of the fridge. And then I have a pan that just has some cooking oil in it. And I'm gonna cook these in this for a minute. So I just turn this on to about medium-high heat. And it won't take long to heat up. And then the other thing you gotta do is turn your oven on to 350. And then you'll put them in there to melt all the cheese and everything once you get that ready. So we just let this heat up. Over here, I have my chopped onions, which is about probably 3/4 of a cup for the enchiladas that I'm gonna make. And then I have my chili without beans, and then I have my blended Mexican cheese that has several different types. It's got Monterey Jack, cheddar, asadero, and queso. So that's what we'll use to fill them and to sprinkle over the top when we get ready to bake them. So, doesn't take too long, but you want your oil to be hot whenever you start tossing them. So I have this plate over here with paper towels over it so that I can just put them over there as I get through with each one. And I've got 2 spoons because this is what I use to spin my tortillas as I deep fry them for a few seconds. It doesn't take long for that to start getting hot. Turn it up so it'll heat up quicker, and then turn it back down. Draft making it low. Yeah, it's fine. Feel the heat coming up. So the next one will be even hotter, but you can see some of the bubbles starting to come around the edges. And what you want to do is you want to spin it in your hot oil, and it'll start bubbling up the tortilla, little bubbles in it, like so. You want to spin it because you don't want it to get hot or burned in one spot. And sometimes that happens. It's not a big deal. If it does, just keep spinning it. You don't want to cook them for too long because then they'll get too too hard as you cook them. But you want them firm enough that you can actually flip them and work with them. This one's not working too well for me. It must have been too soft to begin with. So I'm just going to take this one out. I'm going to start with a new one. Probably needed to let my grease get a little hotter before I did it. This one's working better. So you just keep spinning it, and you'll do each of your tortillas this way. You want them to cook long enough to get a little bit firm, but not hard. See how all my little bubbles are popping up in there? And then you'll flip it. And do it on the other side. Same way. Do this to keep it covering all of it with the hot oil all at the same time. And now this one is done, so I don't want to overdo it. And then I just repeat that whole process with all the tortillas that I'm going to cook to make the enchiladas that I'm going to make. So we'll be back as soon as I get done with that process. All right, y'all, our tortillas are all ready, and this is what they'll look like when you get done frying them up until they're soft but firm on the edge, okay? Now, I'm going to take them And I'm gonna put one in here in my dish. My oven's already preheated to 350. I'm gonna put a few onions in my tortilla, and I'm gonna put a little cheese in there. And then you just roll it up. And push it down a little bit so it'll stay rolled up. And then you just repeat the process for all the enchiladas that you're making. And you can make a bunch or you can make a few, doesn't matter. However hungry you are, however many people you're feeding. And then you just keep going like this. And I'm gonna put 5 in this one so I can show you. Because you can make them how you would like. I just like to make them like cheese with some onion in there. And you can do like a 9x13 if you want to do like 12 or 15 enchiladas for like a whole family or whatever. There's 4. Here's my 5th one for this particular dish. All right, now the next step is to take some of your chili, and I'm just using chili without beans, and I just spoon some over the top of each enchilada, like so. Don't be stingy. You can do enchilada sauce if you prefer, but we like chili con carne with ours. And then I'll sprinkle a few more onions over the top, like so, and then put some cheese over it. Extra cheesy. And then these ones I make without onions, just because that way you can have a little bit of each. Just in case you have somebody who wants something different. And they're so easy once you get them. The hardest part about making these enchiladas is just the frying them, the tortillas, and that's not even hard. So it's a very simple thing to make these kind of enchiladas. I do have that other video showing you how to make the sour cream chicken enchiladas. So if you want to learn how to make those, you can go back and find that video. It's from a few months ago. So keep scrolling backwards and you'll eventually find it. And that one I show you how to make your own sour cream jalapeno sauce to pour over the top of your enchiladas, your own sauce. This one's a little bit quicker of an enchilada recipe, but they're so good. It's nice to make it after you've been working all day and come home and make something simple like this that's also delicious. And we're down to our last cheese enchilada. Fill it up with some cheese on the inside, and then we'll put more over the top. So, got my enchiladas spaced out nice. I'm gonna put some more chili on these. Like so, and spread it out. And these ones, I'm just gonna put some cheese over the top. Just like that. Now, we will go into the oven for about 20 minutes or so. And then they'll be done. And we'll show you how good they are. So we'll be back as soon as they're ready. All right, y'all. Our enchiladas just came out of the oven. They're good and done. This is what they look like when you get done baking them. So now, let's give them a try. Perfect. If you like my video, making homemade cheese enchiladas with chili con carne, please like it, share it with others, subscribe to my channel. Please go back and watch all my other videos. And I really appreciate you guys watching. We'll see y'all next time in Nini's Texas Kitchen.